Hello! Character banners for the next versions were just announced and Citlali is coming back. I have her constellation too and want to quickly showcase its power, as well as share some honest thoughts on how actually good it is. Citlali is primarily a support for melt reaction, so I'm using Arlecchina here as an example. Without any buffs, our strongest hit is 47k. Now let's see the same setup with Citlali. Here I'm trying to emulate C0 experience, so let's see. We melt for 170k. And now let's witness the power of Constellation 2. And we got almost 300k just like that, just from Citlali. With an actual team you can do so much more. Just look at these big melts from Spiral Abyss. You might think, oh, this is huge, Citlali is the best thing that can happen to my account. And yes and no. In reality, she might not be as good as you think she is. Let's talk about it. Normal Constellation 0 Citlali will give you a lot of things. Shield, damage buff from the artifacts, attack buff from TDDS, pyro and hydro resistance shred, and off-field cryo application. Constellation 2 on top of that will add 250 elemental mastery and more shred. Please note that elemental mastery will apply to only on-field character, not the whole party, only the on-fielder. All in all, these are a lot of stats that are ideal for pyro characters that can take advantage of her whole kit and her most important talent, off-field cryo application. Citlali basically takes a good reaction and makes it correct, and what's even better, she allows to melt several hits in a row thanks to her off-field cryo application. And now let's take a look at these clips. We start strongly with big melts, and now, oops, Pyro Aura. Same thing here, Cryo disappears. Now it is Citlali who is melting on Pyro, not Arlecchina. And the same thing happens later in the fight, and not only this fight. What you just witnessed is a terminal stage of skill issue that makes Citlali not a very good character. So how this is happening? Let's say we have an enemy, Citlali off-field and Pyro character on-field. When everything is good, Citlali applies Cryo, then Pyro character applies Pyro, causing big melt, and then the cycle repeats. But if a character applies Pyro too fast or too much, Citlali can't remove it in time, and now she is melting, which is sad. In simple words, if you are not getting her cryo application, her C2 is completely useless, and the other things that she provides are not better than characters like Shilonen or Kazuha or Furina. So, is it all doom and gloom? No, I wouldn't say that. I believe if you are enjoying playing Pyro characters and have multiple Pyro characters on your account, such as Arlecchino, Mavuika, Durin, Gaming, Citlali will be a great addition. Also, she is a great shielder for Lini and can be played in freeze teams with Skirk or even Neuvillette. And just one copy of Citlali is enough to experience all of this. Her Constellation 2 is ridiculous for Pyro characters, but to take advantage of it, you literally have to play better. How to check it in advance? Let's say you're playing Mavuika. Take her and any off-field cryo like Kaya and check how many melts you're getting. If you're melting less than 3 attacks, Citlali won't improve it. So getting more copies of her will do absolutely nothing. I'm not the gifted player, so I've experienced the highest high and the lowest lows of this constellation. And the biggest cost was the opportunity cost. Just look at how many characters I've skipped that were released after Citlali. But if you're ready for this, let's take a look at how to build her. You'll want energy recharge to burst and get her application. For weapons, TDDS, for artifacts, scroll, again for energy, and you can level just her skill for a stronger shield. That's it about Citlali. Thank you very much for watching and have fun!